Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 289 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out this Santee. I really need to learn how to pronounce this brand because I've been using so many of their products. But this is their Flawless Perfect Finish Foundation Smooth Natural Drop Liquid, and I have it in the shade beige. But this comes in 12 different shades. It's definitely not the greatest shade range, but this is only $1 and I got it from ShopMissA.com. So I really just had to kind of guess on what shade to get, so hopefully this will be okay today. This dropper type of foundation and this size really reminds me of my NYX drop foundation that I really like. And this was actually very high rated on the ShopMissA website. It claims to have a matte finish, which I really like, and it also says that you can mix it with like your foundation, highlighters, because it is that drop type of formula. So that sounds like a really good idea to me as well, if I wanted like minimal coverage. So I actually have no idea what the coverage amount is supposed to be, if this is medium coverage, full coverage, but we're gonna find out today. And I will say the packaging on this is really nice. For a $1 product, it's frosted glass. Let's see what the dropper is like. Oh wow, this kind of seems more of a thick liquid than I was expecting, but you get a dropper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. As you can see, I have redness to cover up. I have large pores. I'm dry on my chin, but then pretty smooth on my cheeks and my forehead. But I do tend to get oily in those places. So I like that this is a matte finish. We're gonna see how it actually looks on my skin. But to give this foundation a fair chance, I did already prime my skin using one of my go-to primers, and that's this one right here, the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. And I got this sample a while ago, and I can actually link that video down below if you want to see my review on this. And I'm almost out of it because I've been loving it. I use it like every single day. So I am just going to go ahead and apply it to the back of my hand. Because look at this. It really is like a thick formula. It's not even dripping down. Whereas those NYX foundation drops are much more liquid. So here I just took one drop. We'll see how far this actually goes. And I'm just going to use my beauty sponge, my dampened beauty sponge, to apply this. I was curious if this had a scent, but no, it really doesn't smell like anything to me. Okay, so as I am initially applying this, it feels like there's really no coverage and like really no pigment to this whatsoever. It's hard for me to even be able to tell if this shade works for me because it's so sheer. Wow, I used up that entire drop's worth and it only covered one side of my face, and look at that difference. Very minimal difference. There's barely any coverage whatsoever, but what is a pretty noticeable difference is how shiny this side of my face is. I thought this said it was supposed to be matte. This is not mattifying at all. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Actually, not a little bit more, a whole dropper's worth. And that dropper did. I'm gonna try and take a whole other dollop. Oh, this dropper is not working out for me. I'm trying to pick up product and it's not really picking up any in the dropper. Guess maybe I'll go. Initially, I thought this was nice packaging, but since the dropper is not really working for me, it's not as nice as I thought. Okay, so at this point, this is a lot of makeup that I'm applying. Okay, so now I've applied another thick layer of this foundation. And I will say it doesn't feel thick on my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a thick layer, a cakey amount of foundation. So that's nice, but I do think I've applied enough to achieve the maximum amount of coverage for this. And this is not much coverage at all, in my opinion. To me, this is the amount of coverage of a BB cream. So you can definitely see a difference from this side of my face to this side of my face. There's a little bit less redness. My skin looks more evenly toned. And although this does look very smooth on my skin, it doesn't really look like there's product. It doesn't sit very smoothly on top of my pores. I can definitely still see the texture of my pores, whereas I have some other really nice foundations that just look so smooth on top of my large pores along my cheeks and my nose. And this is such a dewy finish. So I know that the dewy finish is kind of in and it's a nice look, but not what I was expecting. Okay, so I'm going to leave my face with it half on, half not, to do this review and comparison, but I just realized I have to remember that this is a $1 foundation. I'm comparing this to products that are 10, 12, 20, much higher price points than this product, and the fact that I'm able to definitely even out my skin tone a bit without it feeling heavy on my skin and without it looking heavy on my skin, that's pretty good for a $1 product. For someone that wants that light coverage, this is a good option, and that kind of explains to me why this is so high rated. So even though it's not my perfect foundation, I think that this could be a perfect foundation for a lot of people who like that very natural look, because this does look very natural on the skin. And as I'm looking up close, it does just look, like the name claims, very flawless on my skin. I can get so up close and not tell that there is a lot of makeup on it. So I really like that, because when you can tell that someone's wearing a thick layer of foundation, I just feel like that's not a good look. But you really cannot tell no matter how close you get to this product. So that's really nice. So I think that even though when I was applying this, I was definitely not impressed because I did not feel like this was very pigmented, the end result I am impressed with, and I will continue to wear this on days where I want that light coverage and I'm not trying to cover up a lot of imperfections. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely try this out and save yourself some money. I'm kind of getting back into trying out foundations again and just really loving trying out new foundations. So if you have any recommendations for foundations that you've been loving lately, let me know in the comments down below so that I can try some of those out and get some new ideas of products to try. Especially let me know if you have any great, inexpensive foundations that you really like. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.